Hey everyone, so today is all about smile lines. So I asked in my group, the Nail Tech Safety Net, how many people struggled with smile lines, and lots and lots of people said they did. So I'm dedicating this video purely to smile lines. So I'm placing my bead, quite medium to dry bead, at the area that I want my smile line, and I'm blending the back of that bead into the natural nail plate because you don't want any shadowing when you go to apply your cuticle bead. I'm then taking my brush and kind of sweeping along the sides of that and just measuring with my file that each wing goes to the same area. Another thing people were saying is how they never get them all the same. So as you just saw me place my file across the nail to show you, you can also do it going downwards and mark on the file, and that way you know exactly where each smile line stops. And then I'm just showing you the wall of acrylic that you need on the area where you want the other acrylic to meet. So you need that wall really nice and high and the same thickness all the way around, otherwise you are not going to have a crisp smile line all the way around. So make sure that the thickness of acrylic at that wall is the same. I'm then going to go ahead and place my cuticle bead and blend that into the previous bead we have applied, and also remembering to build your apex up with either your cover pink or a translucent pink, which is what I'm going to do, which gives the nail just a nice healthy glow. So make sure that your apex is in place with this nail bed, because there's no need to cap these in clear unless obviously you're going to be using glitter for the smile line. So you can see there that my apex is good and the wall around is all the same length. I will then leave this to set before we go ahead and file it crisp. So this next smile line is going to be a kind of more of a V smile line. So the same rules apply. You're going to place that bead exactly where you want that kind of smile line to be. You want your bead to be dry to medium. Blend it into the back as well so that you're not going to have any shadowing or patchiness when you go to apply your next bead. And then you're just going to push up that smile line and swipe your brush along to create the shape you're looking for and pattern it out. You still want that wall, it still needs to be consistent from sidewall to sidewall, from wing to wing, right into the centre as well, as you can see, all the way around. Don't overthink this as you're applying it. Obviously the neater you can get it the better, but don't panic because you can always file them crisp. I'm then going to go in with my cuticle bead, place it at the cuticle, get my brush behind that bead, and then drag the rest of that product down into that smile line wall. Again, I will be capping this in a translucent pink. I'm using Negligee from CJP, and I'm going to build my apex with this and add all the correct structure and strength that we need on that nail bed area, because again, we're not going to cap this nail. The next smile I'm going to show you is one where you take a big bead and you start from the cuticle area and allow the product to flow downwards. So this way we're just going to do it differently because, well, we're going to do it the same as you would apply your first bead, except we're just doing it in one whole bead. So I'm placing that product at the cuticle area and I'm dragging the rest. I'm holding the nail downwards so gravity naturally takes that product away from that cuticle area, and then I'm just dragging it down and swiping into that smile line. This way we're doing it in one bead, your wall is the same all the way around, and then you are going to have to build your apex with either your cover pink, or you can do it in a translucent pink, or you can do it in crystal glass. You can do it in whatever you decide to do. I just like to do it with a translucent pink, especially when you're using really kind of dominant cover pinks, because it just gives it a nice, healthy, natural glow rather than such a false. I mean, I know they're false nails, but you know, you want them to look as natural as possible. So again, building your apex with whatever colour you choose best, making sure that that is all in place and your wall is the same thickness all the way around. So when the smile line is set, you're going to take your file and you're going to place it right up flat along that smile line. You want your file to be completely straight on that edge, so you're filing the whole way. You don't want it going outwards because you're only then going to file the bottom of that smile line crisp. You want the whole of that wall crisp and filed to perfection, so that when you put your colour up to it, even if you go over, when you file that through, it's going to look absolutely perfect. This was really awkward to try and show you how to file it on a nail pop, but I hope you get the gist of where I'm going with this. And I will do this on all of the nails that we have done. The same rules apply for each and every single one. So you're then going to dust off your dust, and on this nail we're going to go in with Snow White from CJP. I'm going to place it at that join. You do ideally want to get your smile line done in one kind of bead to avoid any like shadowing or different colours, but if you can't, then it's not anything to massively worry about. Just make sure that you try and keep your ratio and consistency of your acrylic application the same. This will come with practice and time. Don't worry if you go over the smile line onto the nail bed, because this is where we are going to file it nice and crisp, because we've already done our work on the nail bed before applying this product. So when we do file it, all finish filing, that crisp, beautiful smile line will come through. So we're going to leave that to set. We're going to dust off the dust on this one, and as you can see, that thickness of the wall all the way around that smile line. And this time I'm going to go in with a colour. The colour that I'm using is Sapphire from CJP. It's just a gorgeous kind of shimmery navy blue. And I'm just going to pat this product in the same place that I applied the white. Pat it up right into them wings. Another thing you want to do is make sure that you're getting that product right up into that wing. It's so easy to miss a little bit and it completely ruins the look. So make sure that you are pushing that product right up into them wings that you've created. Again, don't worry if it goes over the smile line. If you are using stuff that it needs to be capped and you do go over the smile line, then I would suggest you file over that nail bed before you cap. Because this is a strength acrylic, there's no need for me to encapsulate, so therefore I'm not going to worry about filing off any of that colour until we finish file. So the last nail, I just thought I would do a quick and simple marble, just to kind of change the video up a little bit. And this way I'm just picking up beads, double dipping, placing them on the nail and swirling them around. Again, because the colours that I'm using are all strength, what I'm going to do is basically just keep on building my marble until I have the correct thickness, and then what I will do is file through that marble so the finished design is completely different to what we finished applying the acrylic to. The next up is filing, and I'm just going to show you me filing this first nail bed to show you how it comes through. Again, this was really difficult to do on this nail pop. It wouldn't stay on the stick, but I hope you get the gist of where I'm going with this video, and I really hope it's helped and gave you some nice useful hints and tips that you can use when doing a French, because I know a lot of people struggle and it's very daunting when someone comes in and they want a French and it's like, how do I do it? But I hope this has helped and give you some confidence in how to do that. Also, another thing I want to quickly touch base with is if you are using forms and you're sculpting a French and you don't want to do your nail bed and then file onto your form, you can always do a clear base first. So you have a clear tip, really, really thin, and then you can file your Smileline nice and crisp without ruining the form and then having to reapply another form. With the marble, I'm just going to file this nice and flush, and as you can see, as I'm filing away, the marble kind of goes through the layers. It just looks really, really pretty. It's just a different, quick, easy way of doing a marble on a free edge. You can do this also on a full nail, as long as you're using strength powders, and you know, 9 times out of 10 people use white to marble with anyway, which is a core powder, so it's not necessary to cap. And then you can see, look, as we're filing through, that different kind of marble shining through. I just think it's a really simple way to create something different to a set of nails, as well as giving that nice smile line there. So I'm going to stop filing around here now. Everything is looking nice and good, and that is the finished design on the marble. I really hope this video has helped. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think of this video. If you'd like to see more kind of dedicated videos. Which is your favourite nail as well? I'd really like to know. Mine is this blue one. I think it looks stunning. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Bye.